10 short moral stories.
The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Once, there was a boy who became bored when he watched over the village sheep grazing on the hillside. To entertain himself, he sang out, "Wolf, wolf, the wolf is chasing the sheep." When the villagers heard the cry, they ran up the hill to drive the wolf away. But when they arrived, they saw no wolf. The boy was amused when he saw their angry faces. "Don't scream wolf when there is no wolf, boy," the villagers warned. They angrily went back down the hill. Later, the shepherd boy cried out once again, "Wolf, wolf, the wolf is chasing the sheep." To his amusement, the villagers came running up the hill to scare the wolf away. As they saw there was no wolf, they said strictly, "Save your frightened cry for when there really is a wolf. Don't cry wolf when there is no wolf." But the boy grinned at their words while they walked, grumbling down the hill once more. Later, the boy saw a real wolf sneaking around his flock. Alarmed, he jumped on his feet and cried out as loud as he could, "Wolf, wolf!" But the villagers thought he was fooling them again, and they didn't come to help. At sunset, the villagers went looking for the boy who hadn't returned with their sheep. When they went up the hill, they found him weeping. "There was a wolf here. The flock is gone. I cried out, 'Wolf,' but you didn't come," he wailed. An older man went to comfort the boy. As he put his arm around him, he said, "Nobody believes a liar, even when he is telling the truth."
The moral of stoiling breaks trust. And no one believes a liar, even when they tell the truth.
The Golden Egg.
Once upon a time, a farmer had a goose that laid one golden egg every day. The egg provided enough money for the farmer and his wife to support their daily needs. The farmer and his wife continued to be happy for a long time. But one day, the farmer thought, "Why should we take just one egg a day? Why can't we take them all at once and make a lot of money?" The farmer told his wife his idea, and she foolishly agreed. Then, the next day, as the goose laid its golden egg, the farmer was quick with a sharp knife. He killed the goose and cut its stomach open, hoping to find all its golden eggs. But as he opened the stomach, he only found guts and blood. The farmer quickly realized his foolish mistake and proceeded to cry over his lost resource. As the days went on, the farmer and his wife became poorer and poorer because of their foolishness.
The moral of story: never act before you think.
The Fox and the Grapes.
One day, a fox became very hungry. He went out to search for some food. He searched high and low but couldn't find anything to eat. Finally, as his stomach rumbled, he stumbled upon a farmer's wall. At the top of the wall, he saw the biggest, juiciest grapes he'd ever seen. They were a rich purple, telling the fox they were ready to be eaten. To reach the grapes, the fox had to jump high in the air. As he jumped, he opened his mouth to catch the grapes, but he missed. The fox tried again but missed once more. He tried a few more times but kept failing. Finally, the fox decided to give up and go home. While he walked away, he muttered, "I'm sure the grapes were sour anyway."
The moral of story: never despise what we can't have. Nothing comes easy.
The Proud Rose.
Once upon a time, in a desert far away, there was a rose who was so proud of her beautiful looks. Her only complaint was that she was growing next to an ugly cactus. Every day, the beautiful rose would insult and mock the cactus about his looks, all while the cactus remained quiet. All the other plants nearby tried to make the rose see sense, but she was too swayed by her own looks. Every day, the beautiful rose would insult and mock the cactus about his looks, all while the cactus remained quiet. All the other plants nearby tried to make the rose see sense, but she was too swayed by her own looks. One scorching summer, the desert became dry, and there was no water left for the plants. The rose quickly began to wilt. Her beautiful petals dried up, losing their lush color. Looking to the cactus, she saw a sparrow dip his beak into the cactus to drink some water. Though ashamed, the rose asked the cactus if she could have some water. The kind cactus readily agreed, helping them both through the tough summer as friends.
The moral of story: never judge anyone by the way they look.
A wise old owl.
There was an old owl who lived in an oak tree. Every day, he observed incidents that occurred around him. Yesterday, he watched as a young boy helped an older man carry a heavy basket. Today, he saw a young girl shouting at her mother. The more he saw, the less he spoke. As the days went on, he spoke less but heard more. The old owl heard people talking and telling stories. He heard a woman saying an elephant jumped over a fence. He heard a man saying that he had never made a mistake. The old owl had seen and heard what happened to people. Some became better, and some became worse. But the old owl in the tree had become wiser each day.
The moral of story: more observant. Talk less and listen more. This will make us wise.
Elephant and friends.
A lone elephant walked through the forest, looking for friends. She soon saw a monkey and asked, "Can we be friends, monkey?" The monkey quickly replied, "You are big and can't swing on trees like I do, so I cannot be your friend." Deflated, the elephant continued to search and stumbled across a rabbit. She asked him, "Can we be friends, rabbit?" The rabbit looked at the elephant and replied, "You are too big to fit inside my burrow. You cannot be my friend." The elephant continued until she met a frog. She asked, "Will you be my friend, frog?" The frog replied, "You are too big and heavy. You cannot jump like me. I am sorry, but you can't be my friend." The elephant continued to ask the animals she met on her way, but always received the same reply. The following day, the elephant saw all the forest animals run in fear. She stopped a bear to ask what was happening and was told the tiger was attacking all the small animals. The elephant wanted to save the other animals, so she went to the tiger and said, "Please, sir, leave my friends alone. Do not eat them." The tiger didn't listen. He merely told the elephant to mind her own business. Seeing no other way, the elephant kicked the tiger and scared him away. After hearing the brave tale, the other animals agreed, "You are just the right size to be our friend."
The moral of story: friends come in every shape and size.
The ants and the grasshopper.
One bright autumn day, a family of ants was busy working in the warm sunshine. They were drying out the grain they had stored up during the summer when a starving grasshopper came up. With his fiddle under his arm, the grasshopper humbly begged for a bite to eat. "What?" cried the ants. "Haven't you stored any food away for the winter? What in the world were you doing all summer?" "I didn't have time to store any food before winter," the grasshopper whined. "I was so busy making music that the summer flew by." The ants simply shrugged and said, "Making music, were you? Very well, now dance." The ants then turned their backs on the grasshopper and returned to work.
The moral of story: there's a time to work and a time to play.
The bear and the two friends.
One day, two friends were walking through the forest. They knew the forest was a dangerous place and that anything could happen, so they promised to remain close to each other in case of any danger. All of a sudden, a big bear approached them. One of the friends quickly climbed a nearby tree, leaving the other friend behind. The other friend did not know how to climb and instead used common sense. He laid down on the ground and remained there, breathless, pretending to be dead. The bear approached the friend lying on the ground. The animal started to smell his ear before slowly wandering off again because bears never touch those who are dead. Soon, the friend who hid in the tree came down. He asked his friend, "My dear friend, What secret did the bear whisper to you? The friend replied, the bear simply advised me never to believe a false friend.
The moral of story. A true friend will always support and stand by you in any situation.
The dog at the well.
A mother dog and her pups lived on a farm. There was a well on their farm. The mother dog always told her pups never to go near or play around it. One day, one of the pups was overcome by curiosity, wondering why they weren't allowed to go near the well. He decided he wanted to explore it. He went down to the well and climbed up the wall to peek inside. He saw his reflection in the well water but thought it was another dog. The little pup got angry when his reflection imitated him, so he decided to fight it. He went down to the well and climbed up the wall to peek inside. He saw his reflection in the well water but thought it was another dog. The little pup got angry when his reflection imitated him, so he decided to fight it.
The moral of story: always listen to what elders say, and don't defy them.
Controlling anger.
Once, there was a young boy. This boy had problems controlling his anger. When he got angry, he would say the first thing that came to mind, even if it affected people. One day, his father gifted him a hammer and a bundle of nails, then said, "Whenever you get mad, hammer a nail into the backyard fence." The boy used up half of his nails in the first few days. Over the following weeks, he used up fewer nails until his temper was under control. The father then asked the young boy to remove a nail for each day he didn't lose his temper. On the day when the boy had removed his last nail, his father told him, "You have done good, boy. But can you see the holes in the wall? The fence is never going to be the same. Likewise, when you say mean things in anger, you'll leave a scar."
The moral of story: anger is like a knife, one of the most dangerous weapons. When you use it, the wounds will heal, but the scars remain.